Homes. And this is the Waverly Ridge Townhouse Development online engagement. BCN is headquartered in Arlington and has developed hundreds of residences throughout the community for almost 30 years. BCN and its partners are also involved in the hospitality industry, having developed and operate many notable restaurants like Northside Social, the Liberty Tavern, and Lion Hall. Additionally, BCN has long been a proponent of the redevelopment of Langston Boulevard, having developed the Children's School, which is one of the largest privately built projects built on Langston Boulevard in over a decade. Other development experience by BCN includes medical office buildings and more recently townhome communities, including one that is scheduled to break ground in early 2026 in South Arlington. BCN's team on this project includes Nick Cummings of Walsh Colucci, Karen White of Walter Phillips, Chris Gordon of KGD Architecture, as well as Frank Poley, also from BCN Homes. All of these team members have extensive experience in Arlington, and Nick and Karen were both personally involved in the currently approved site plan. I'll now turn it over to Nick to discuss the existing conditions.
Nick Cummings here. Our site is located off Cherry Hill Road, just south of Langston Boulevard and the Horizon Apartments. To the east are single-family homes, to the west are the Yorktown condominiums, and to the south are more single-family homes and townhomes. The site is currently zoned RA 818, which would normally permit townhomes by right, but the Langston Boulevard plan added a requirement for site plan approval for townhomes within the planned area. Existing conditions on the site include some vacant homes and existing trees, presenting a great opportunity for neighborhood-oriented housing. There have been many development plans pursued over the years for this site, but none have been successful. More recently, the County Board approved a site plan application and rezoning in 2020 for the prior owners to develop the site with assisted living. The approved building was for a 6-story building of 166,000 square feet of gross floor area at a density of 1.35 FAR with 175 residential units and 112 below-grade parking spaces. This project was never able to move forward. The COVID pandemic posed an enormous challenge for the entire elder care industry as occupancy restrictions restricted cash flow and new projects were pulled back. At the same time, market changes have chilled all new development as construction costs have increased, interest rates have increased, and tariffs and other measures have caused economic mayhem. The prior owner worked to market the site to all potential users, including elder care, multifamily providers, and townhome builders. Townhomes proved to be the only economically viable use on the site given current and likely future economic conditions, and BCN, the applicant, purchased the property at the beginning of this year. The proposed plan now includes 47 townhome units that are 4 stories and have about 110,000 square feet of gross floor area at a density of 0.91 FAR and 105 parking spaces, of which 94 are in the unit garages and 11 are visitor spaces. Site improvements, as included in the previously approved plan, are maintained in our proposal, including the street completion on North Taylor Street with a new parking lane, a landscape strip, a sidewalk and Sharrow bike lane markings, and the new landscape strip, sidewalk, and designated bike lane on Cherry Hill Road. The new public open space on the corner of Cherry Hill and North Taylor is also maintained and improved in this proposal. I'll now hand it over to Brian.
BCN's familiarity with this property extends for nearly 2 decades, almost as far back as when the County Board first approved townhouses for a portion of this site in 1999. Despite the zoning approvals and the subsequent approval for senior living in 2020, this property is today essentially what it was over a quarter century ago. The primary change is the deterioration of the abandoned buildings into a state that has created an unsafe situation. BCN has always envisioned the property as a transition site where our current neighbors in single-family homes and townhouses to the south would have a well-planned townhome community that acts as a buffer to the multifamily buildings to the north, east, and west. A modest increase in height and density seems to be appropriate and has been well received by the community. Homeownership and family-sized dwelling units are a stated goal of the County Board, and developing this site with a 47-unit fee-simple ownership townhome community should clearly be favorable and appropriate outcome. This product type is sorely missing in Arlington with very limited supply. Meanwhile, The median cost for a single-family home on the market in this zip code exceeds $2.5 million. This project will fill a critical need in the market for ownership housing that is much less expensive than the median existing home for sale by offering thoughtfully designed floor plans that maximize functionality. Our project has been designed by local experts to provide a wide mix of unit configurations and sizes that can accommodate a large array of buyers, from new families starting out to empty nesters looking for low maintenance and an elevator to provide an opportunity for aging in place in these units. Additionally, we have found that roughly 80% of our townhouse buyers move within Arlington County, and thus a residual effect of our community will bring many purchasing opportunities for the homes that our buyers vacate. I will now turn it over to Karen White to discuss the site improvements.
Hello, this is Karen White. This community will provide significant improvements to the site and surrounding neighborhood, including 26% tree canopy spread throughout the community, which will provide all units with landscaping and shading along their frontage, both internal and external to the site. This exceeds the 25%, this exceeds the Chesapeake Bay requirement of 15%. Dozens of trees with shrubbery and ground cover plantings to surround the community and will provide a buffer from adjacent uses and the public right-of-way. Some improvements along Cherry Hill Road include a new bike lane, bike racks, street trees, landscaping, widened sidewalks, and new streetlights. The curb ramps and crosswalks at the North Taylor Street intersection will be brought up to current standards. Along North Taylor Street, the improvements include a new parking lane, shadow lanes, street trees, landscape strip, sidewalk, and streetlights. The new parking lane on North Taylor Street will provide additional public parking in this area. These spaces are not counted toward the proposal's visitor parking. All 47 of the units will have bioretention planters that collect and treat the roof runoff. These bioretention planters connect underground to two systems that meet the current requirements for stormwater management. At the corner of Cherry Hill Road and North Taylor Street, you'll see our proposed public open space. And here's another view of that open space, which is about 9,800 square feet. We are proposing this public open space consistent with the previous approval. We are excited to add this to the neighborhood and think it will complement our new community as well. The space is in the same location as the public open space approved with the artist development and is approximately the same size, but the shape and placement of the open space in our layout is an improvement over the previous plan. Our open space area now extends north the full length of North Taylor Street townhouse frontage, which better provides for connection to the Horizon House apartments and for potential extension of North Taylor Street through that property to Langston Boulevard, if and when that property were to be redeveloped in the future. The main focus of the open space has also been moved to the corner of Cherry Hill Road and North Taylor Street to better engage the neighborhood and community. The open space will include deciduous canopy trees, understory trees, evergreen trees, shrubbery, lawn areas, benches, and a paved path connecting North Taylor Street to Cherry Hill Road. The corner of open space focused on Cherry Hill and North Taylor will provide a large green area that has an interior walkway and seating areas for users to pass through, sit and observe and enjoy, while the extended area of the open space that runs downhill with the street will provide green space and plantings that improves the pedestrian experience as one walks in, through, or by the space while moving up and down the street. Here are some details about the improvements on Cherry Hill Road. As you can see, the sidewalk is being widened to a 6-foot clear sidewalk, set back 6 feet from Cherry Hill Road with 6-foot by 12-foot tree pits. And also you will see that today there are 2 larger travel lanes, one in each direction. We are narrowing those travel lanes and providing a 5-foot bike lane consistent with Plan Langston Boulevard. Also along Cherry Hill Road, there will be new street lights and some bike racks. And then going to North Taylor Street. Oh, here's some information about our improvements along North Taylor Street. As you'll see today, it's a street with one lane of parking and two narrow travel lanes. We're proposing to widen North Taylor Street around 13 feet in width to provide two standard travel lanes and a 7-foot parking lane. In addition, we'll be providing a standard streetscape with 7-foot by 12-foot tree pits and a 6-foot clear sidewalk. Additionally, we'll be providing street lights and some bike racks. Now I'll turn it over to Frank to talk about the building elevations.
Thank you, Karen. This is Frank Poley with BCN. The project team has taken a design-forward approach to this project using clean architectural lines, generous window areas, several brick colors, a mix of bays, and flat and sloped roofs to deliver a cohesive design that incorporates these elements in a warm yet modern, stylish community. The elevation on the screen is for the main row of townhouses that will be fronting on Cherry Hill Road. All sides of the townhouses will be brick on the lower 3 floors with cementitious siding used on the top floors and on the bays, as you can see in this elevation. The units will offer 4 stories of living space with a top floor roof deck, 3 to 4 bedrooms, large window areas on all sides, and window bays on the majority of units. Optional outdoor decks on the rear side of the units, and 2 dedicated parking spaces, most in 2-car garages. Of the 47 units, we have 16 that are 16 feet wide and approximately 1,940 square feet, 8 at 19 feet wide with approximately 2,400 square feet, and 23 at 20 feet wide with approximately 2,700 square feet. Next slide, please. This view is from the southeast corner of Cherry Hill Road in North Taylor Street, looking west along Cherry Hill. You can see the use of the bays and roof decks on the units to the left and the application of the brick colors on this facade. To the center of the image is the front of the park that will be engaging the corner of Cherry Hill and North Taylor Streets. Next slide, please. This view is from the southwest corner of the site, inside behind the front row of units on Cherry Hill, looking north. These units will engage the green space that sits on the western edge of the site. Next slide, please. This view is from the northeast corner of the site on North Taylor Street, looking south, or rather up Taylor Street, towards Cherry Hill Road. These units front the open space park that will be running from the driveway entrance in the image to the full corner of North Taylor and Cherry Hill Road. Next slide, please. This view is from the north end of the site, looking up the main internal street towards the entrance on Cherry Hill Road. The units on both sides of this street engage the sidewalks, landscape strips, and parallel parking along the street, which is internal to the site. Together, these images demonstrate the thoughtful and creative approach the design team has taken in planning this community, which will offer a well-designed, light-filled homes that immediately will become part of the overall neighborhood. Back to you, Nick.
So to close, we're proposing 47 new townhome units, which will increase and diversify the housing options in the county while delivering on a number of Langston Plan goals and providing a new neighborhood open space, improved streets and sidewalks, and a large number of new trees. We're excited to discuss this project with you and look forward to seeing you at SPRC. Thank you.